Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I've got a lot to do today. I have to tell you, I have got a lot to do. I'm recording this on Thursday, February 16th, and I got a live stream tonight. So, but you're all in the future, right? This is basically a news video. If there's going to be any new news, I will insert it. That always makes me laugh. I'm sorry. I'm very immature, okay? That's really the bottom line. I'm just very immature, and I say things like, I will insert it. I'm not making it up. I really do giggle. If there's any new news that happens after I do this, I will insert it. I can't think of another way of saying it. I'll put it in. No, that's even worse. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully there's no new news. There won't be any new news. Oh, actually, I'll say that with confidence, but I'm always wrong. There won't be any new news. I don't think there'll be any new news because, man, there isn't a lot of news going on right now. There was a lot more during, the Jody era. I mean, during the Jody era was a bit easier because there was so much to talk about, right? There was so much to talk about. Right now, we're in this weird bubble for like another 11 months of not knowing, of not having much to talk about. They want to keep it all under wraps, which is good. I like it under wraps. I want to be surprised. I don't like being spoiled, right? That's why I listen to all the rumors, because I figure if I listen to all of them, most of them are bollocks, and the real ones I won't be spoiled by because I would have put them in with all the other. Oh, that's not true either. I believe a lot of rumors as well. Do you think this is a bit of an aside? Do you think I mentioned it a couple of times this week that Indiana Jones was totally going to die and Phoebe Waller-Bridge was going to die in the past, creating some kind of weird time rift, some weird thing going on like that, some warp, and Phoebe Waller-Bridge was going to step into that hole created by the absence of Indiana Jones? I do think that, right? I really do. I do think the last James Bond movie, No Time to Die, blimey, if they had No Time to Die, why was it so bloody long? You could have taken half out of that movie really easily. What was that movie? I'm good. Don't you think they were going to have Lashana Lynch be the new 007 moving forward, and then they saw everybody wanted to vomit in their own mouths, So, I believe a lot of rumors. I do. So, because firstly, they're fun as well. But anyway, this isn't a rumor video. This is a news video, but there isn't much news, so we're going to be going over a bunch of stuff. Mainly, Shooter's got a new outfit again. So, I think this means that Ncuti Gatwa was going to be much like the Millie Gibson or companions in general. They won't wear the same clothes every week, right? They all get changed. He will have a style. His style seems to be Shaft, right? His style seems to be taken exactly from Shaft. Is Ncuti Gatwa a some kind of rectified representation of the Lenny Henry Doctor? They dress basically identical, right? I mean, and they both have tashes. Although, does Ncuti have his tash back? Because it vanished. Maybe he grew it back already. We'll see in the pictures. These pictures came out yesterday on Wednesday. For me, it's Wednesday. Wednesday, like in the afternoon. And again, I was like, I can't stop making a video about this now. I was like, I'll do this tomorrow on my live stream and on Friday in the news walk. But that's how starved we are for news right now. Because again, they're keeping everything under wraps. Once the show starts, right, we're gonna have so much to freaking talk about, right? We're gonna say, but everyone's got to stay stum right now. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. That would be very, very nice. Thank you very much for doing that. Genuinely, thank. I don't have to say that either without sounding like I'm faking it. I'm not. I really thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Like, share, subscribe, comment is very good. Look in the video notes. Yes, you're going to want to look in the videos because the number one news story I'm not reporting about in this video because it's basically about me, right? I like to think so anyway. Well, is that I've discovered AI voice cloning. It's the most insane thing ever. So you had AI voice generators. You put text in, and instead of it being like, Doctor Who is required, or it's more like, Doctor. But better than that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and see the War Games, right? It's not like that anymore. It's like, not like the Cybermen. What was it? Emotions? What is emotion? They're not like, it sounds like people talking, right? So here's the real irony then. You can get voice if you input voice samples of a person, right? It analyzes it and it clones a voice, and it sounds like the person that you're analyzing. So, yeah, an interesting thing I would love to do. Again, time and money, is but I would love to put in a bunch of Nick Briggs voice clips. Basically, if you have a book on tape, that's what you need, right? Put in a bunch of Nick Briggs voice clips, because then you would have a robot impersonating Nick Briggs rather than Nick Briggs impersonating a robot. I think that would just be so bizarre, right? That would be so insanely bizarre. Somebody should suggest that to him. So this technology is wild, and I am using it on this channel. So go to the video notes. It's somewhat expensive. It's more expensive than I wish it was. If it was cheaper, I'll be doing a lot more. But I'm gonna have a AI voice clone of Paul McGann reading this wonderful out of print book, The Dying Days. This was the first 8th Doctor original fiction and the last in the Virgin New Adventures range. It's basically, they imagined, what would a series be like with a huge budget? Dude, all you had to do was wait 23 years and you would have found out. But okay. So it's basically this huge budget Doctor Who. But again, Paul McGann's reading it. It's so much fun. It's written by Lance Parkin. So I'm going to have like the first chapter on YouTube, but it's going to be sent out via my Substack. So that's in the email newsletter. That's going to be free, right? So we've got that. I've also got Colin Baker. Colin Baker reads Millennial Rights. I love this book. I absolutely love this book. It's one of my all-time favorites, written by Craig Hinton. By the way, look at the Alistair Pearson cover. Look at that Mel. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, I just in the Valiardi 6th Doctor. This is the 6th Doctor versus the Great Intelligence and Y2K, which you probably don't remember. That's 23 years ago. It was a big deal, right? It was nothing happened. It was a very, very, very big deal at the time. So there's that. And then I'm gonna get Peter Capaldi. I got the Peter Capaldi is awesome. I'm gonna have him read War. I'm not sure. It's either War of the Worlds or Fahrenheit 451. Right. So each week there'll be a new chapter out. Again, if you want to subscribe to my Substack, this stuff is going to go onto my subscription tier eventually and be first run on that. But if you want to subscribe to my Substack so I can pay for more of it, I'll put out 4 chapters a week rather than 4 chapters a month. But I actually think that's the biggest news, because it's absolutely incredible. You know what? I'm going to insert a couple of samples right here.
A shower of sparks erupted from the rough semisphere of irregular crystals, singeing the Doctor's slowly mushrooming bouffant grey hairline.
Aboard the TARDIS, things were very quiet. In the case of the Doctor, they were very peaceful indeed. In fact, they were positively soporific. He was sound asleep.
Under normal circumstances, the Doctor would sleep in a like manner, but on this particular occasion he had been dead to everything for over 8 hours. The reason for this was quite simple. He was drunk.
Okay, so you heard it. It's that good. It really is that good. Just absolutely bizarre. So I think that's the biggest news, right? I really do. I'm like, this is insane, right? I can make my own books on tape like that. I can have Peter Capaldi read my Peter Capaldi fanfic. I'm like, okay, I'm up for all of this. If you have any voice samples of Sylvester McCoy without music behind it, I would love that, because I would love to have Sylvester McCoy read like the Virgin New Adventures. I think that would be fantastic, right? I think that would be absolutely fantastic. I don't have enough material. The only thing I found so far is an introduction to what was it? The Hartnell years. These John Nathan Turner brought out these when he was working for BBC Enterprises, the job that he was destined to have. he put out these years tapes, which on when it was back on VHS, when they had these individual episodes that couldn't be released as a story. So he put them together and had Sylvester McCoy do the introduction, or John Pertwee, or Peter Davison. They're very good. So the only one I could find was Sylvester McCoy. It's not enough. I need a lot more, right? I mean, Peter Capaldi's done a 1984 book on tape. That was awesome. That's why the Peter Capaldi one sounds so incredible. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to like, share, subscribe, comment, Substack. That's very, very nice. There's a bunch of free stuff on there. So it's mainly free. Sign up for that. Instagram, Twitter. Instagram, I find a bit of a grind to keep up with. Twitter, Facebook, equally. Honestly, I would just use Twitter if I had my choice in life, but what can I say? I don't. I have to advertise anywhere I can. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are very good. Fine, so that was actually the first story. AI voice cloning. Freaking insane. But let's get on to the rest of the stories. Doing this over here. Here we go. That should be the one. Doink! There you go. So we're going to read this from several places reported out. I think it first appeared in the Mirror as opposed to on Twitter, which blew my mind. The Mirror scooped Twitter, which I think is quite damn impressive, right? Mirror has a good track record. I think Dan Hadley from the Spacebook told me there's one reporter in the Mirror who's good and one that isn't. Rebecca Cook. I can't remember if it's a good one or the bad one, but she certainly nailed this one. Exclusive. It wasn't even on bloody Twitter yet. They broke the story. New Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa pictured on BBC set in iconic TARDIS for the first time. That really wasn't the story, right? Firstly, it wasn't a BBC set. It was on location at a church, right? For the Christmas episode, lots of snow. Oh, it's going to be great. I love Christmas, okay? I absolutely love Christmas. I absolutely love Doctor Who. I like Ross Lee Davies. I think I'm going to like Ncuti Gatwa. I want Christmas, mate. Oh, my God, Christmas is going to be freaking awesome this year. I mean, assuming that we avoid the obvious upcoming nuclear holocaust. But, I think we will. We won't. Anyway. Fine. So, new Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa was pictured emerging from the infamous TARDIS. Why is it infamous? It's famous. It's not infamous. Infamous means it's like you're famous for nefarious reasons, right? I think I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know in the chat in the comments. Been in chat, but I won't be watching. But when this goes out, Sabbath is start. The reason I pre-record this is because Sabbath starts as I post this video, and I'm offline on Sabbath. Jewish Sabbath, that is. Christian Sabbath Sunday is much easier. Here we go. In a snowy Christmas theme set, new Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa has been seen on set for the first time, shooting scenes for his highly anticipated Time Lord debut later this year. That is true, right? We have. Can I get rid of this box out? No, never mind. Shoot a picture on set. If it's top. Where is it? Later this year. Ncuti was pictured emerging from the infamous TARDIS time machine on a snowy Christmas theme set after showrunner Ross Lee Davies announced they had been working on 2 festive specials. I think this is the first one rather than the second. I think this is the 2023 one, right? Not the 2024. The Rwandan Scottish actor who found fame playing Eric Effiong, and I can never remember how to say his name, and Sex Education. I should really give that a go. Sex Education. I mean, like, it's got Gillian Anderson in it, who I always stand to attention whenever she comes, and I stay sitting down at the same time. It's incredible. It's my party piece. Don't ask to see it. Okay. You're welcome. I'm helping you out there. We'll see shooting scenes on with Doctor Who's new companion Millie Gibson after he was announced in the 15th Doctor as May last year. Yeah, this is the first time we finally see him. Ncuti pictured relaxed and looking in a relaxed look with bright trainers, jeans, and a brown leather trench coat. So that's the interesting thing. Totally different costume, right? Totally different costume. As the snow fell around him in a snow globe-worthy vista. That is true. It was a snow globe-worthy vista. And let me pull out these pictures. I got... one second. Don't open them over here. Because they are good pictures, to say. Oh, yeah, this was edited. Wait, let me pull this up. Doink. Go to that one. There you go. So yeah, this was edited with the CG, the TARDIS set that who are those fans? Harry Amnett created and put in the background rather than just the blank TARDIS. So what's he doing here? That's a really weird position. There he just looks cold, right? Look, dude, you're from Scotland. How is this? You should be used to this by now. Yeah, but look, it's a very different look. I mean, like, we had super orange last time. Now it's he looks like Shaft, right? He looks like Shaft. I think he looks quite good though. To me, he looks Doctor Who, right? To me, this looks like iconic Doctor Who. Oh, look, he's running! A freaking yes! Yes, I want to see Ncuti run with his coat flying behind him. Yeah, different shoes as well. This is like not even close to the same look, right? Great picture, that one. There we go. It's a really nice picture. And here's a great one, Ncuti and Millie. I just think they're going to be a great combo. Look, I was optimistic about Joji as well. What do you want out of me? I'm just basically an optimistic guy. And now, but you know what? I think it's going to be good. I do think it's going to be good. There you go. I bet they're bloody cold. I really do. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, they are going to be rich and famous forever. So the swings and roundabouts. Doesn't sound too terrible. Fine. So let's go back to reading the articles now. The 30-year-old actor was seen emerging from the warm light of the TARDIS. Looked kind of cold to me, but okay. As well as other scenes. Sprinting through a deserted graveyard at night, the star looked in the zone as he channeled science fiction icon on the BBC One Show set. Again, it's not a set, is it? I mean, do you call it a set? I don't call it a set. Anyway, in scenes in which will hit the screens in November. No, but when's the Christmas special coming out? Look, Disney's going to want it on, late November, early December. They're going to want it for Thanksgiving. I think that's probably why he's he might be holding back the 60th anniversary stuff to fill in that Thanksgiving block, which should be great, right? Well, November 23rd. When's Thanksgiving? Let's look it up. It's the third Thursday. How was it? Thanksgiving 2023. What day is it? It is November 23rd. Get out of here! Oh, holy crap! That is good news for Russell T Davies. That's good news for us. That means, okay, Disney wants a Thanksgiving thing. Thanksgiving is Christmas in America, okay? It's the time when the families get together and they sit around. There's nothing to watch. It's just bloody football. And it's not football. It's American football. There is nothing to watch, right? Absolutely nothing to watch. And you say it to Americans, they look at you blankly and say, but there's football. Right? I don't know what to do. But there's nothing else, right? We have a football game here in England. Well, I'm in Israel, but a football game and other stuff. But no, nobody puts anything on against the football. Disney, I hope you do well with it, mate. I hope you do well with it. Where are we up to? The star looked in the zone as he channeled a science fiction icon on the BBC One set. It's blah blah blah. With David Tennant returning as the 14th Doctor. Well, maybe you don't know. See, this is great. I love this running shot. Last month's former Corrie star, and by the way, when I did my review of, was it Nolly? I said Crossroads. I said Corrie instead of Crossroads. Maybe more than once. I apologise to everybody out there. That was a mistake. And they actually had a lengthy scene with the character doing exactly what I did as sort of villain in the third episode. with it, co-star Millie, who is set to play the character Ruby. So they looked at the easel set of the iconic show that as the of the iconic show as she and co-star Gemma filmed scenes of the market on Chris Wintry Day. Who's Gemma? What? Whoa? What? I don't know who Gemma is, but okay. I don't remember that at all. The 18-year-old played Kelly Nealon from on the cobbles from the that's what they call Corey from 2019 to 2022. By the way, I have a lot of respect. I mean, other than she's super hot, I also have a lot of respect for her. Firstly, she can cook. She was like, also on Instagram, she showed her cooking with her new Cardiff flat, and she had like a Doctor Who spoon that said exterminate, right? A Dalek spoon. So like, yeah, that's even hotter, right? But I'm so impressed that she. Basically, she left Coronation Street, where she was very popular, very comfortable, and doing very well because she wanted to stretch her. She wanted to challenge herself. Good for her. Really good. I've got so much respect for that. I really do. Ncuti issued a heartfelt statement when it was first announced as a star, taking over from cult favorite, taking over the cult favorite role from cult favorite role. What were you going to say? Cult favorite Jodie Whittaker. She wasn't anybody's bloody favorite. Are you out of your mind, mate? No, that did not happen. That totally did not, under any circumstances, happen. She was not. I mean, she was somebody's favorite, I'm sure, but I don't know. That just seems like Bizarreville to me. It really does. It seems like absolute Bizarreville. Okay, but they didn't say it. That's pretty wise. There aren't quite words to describe how I'm feeling. A mix of deeply honored, beyond excited, and of course a bit scared. Oh God, Ncuti, everything he says is good. I mean, that's really the bottom line. By the way, Leslie Headland, who a lot of people hate, right? Absolutely hate. She did a show which I thought was very good called Russian Doll. She's doing the new Star Wars show, The Acolyte. I think that's going to be good. I really do. I think that's going to be good. And she's saying that the joining is that she's saying all the right things, right? So good for her. Fine. So they're all okay. Fine. I think we're going round in circles at this point. Let's see what the Mirror had to say. The Mail had to say. No, Express. Oh, express yourself, darling. Doctor Who exclusive first look at Ncuti Gatwa pictured on the set. Why are they calling it a set of first episode? How do you know it's the first episode? It might be the second Christmas special, for all we know. Fine, it's saying the same thing. During her final scenes in the 90 minutes special, Jodie paid homage to the Doctors before her, along with some familiar faces making comeback. How is that helpful to the story? And she didn't pay homage, the show did, right? And the show did to get her off the bloody screen, for goodness sake. You know, it wasn't like it was going well, right? With Jodie Whittaker, like, it wasn't like it was going well. You know, I live in like this ultra orthodox community in Samaria, right, in Israel, and everybody is basically right leaning, right? It's especially looking at American politics. But there's one family who are very, very, very pro. What was it going? Are very, very, very pro. Was it pro Biden? I forgot. That was an example of that. I was just going to kind of during a 90-minute special paid homage to the. What was I going to say? Oh, okay. That's an all-time record for forgetting what I'm talking about as I'm speaking. Man, how was that? Oh, it just take for it. That was very funny. Well, okay, the initial idea was very funny. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know. Ncuti is set to regenerate. Okay, fine. So apparently she's in her 90-minute special paid homage again. They just want her off the bloody. Oh, I remember what it was. Right, want her off the screen. So like they're a bit bonkers right now. These super Democrat people, and you know they keep wanting to. They did keep wanting to engage me in conversation. I wanted to avoid it, really, because it's not like things are going well, right? It's not like, you know, the people they like did a good job, because it's like punching down, right? It's a kind of the same thing with Jodie. It's like, they needed to get her off the bloody screen. Ncuti is set to regenerate as the latest Time Lord in the upcoming scenes alongside former Coronation Street star Millie Gibson in the latest images released. Were they released, or were they just snapped on set? I think they were released, actually. You're right. He donned a orange shirt. By the way, let me pull this back up again for a second. Where is this? Did I close it? Oh, that was dumb of me. I should have pulled up the Lenny Henry. Here, 1 second. I think I can open up. Yeah, that should do the trick. Yeah, look at the Lenny Henry Doctor Who outfit. It's basically the same thing now, right? It's basically the same thing. This guy have had to be time when it feels the main. Blah blah blah. Same stuff. Ncuti running in a graveyard looks really good, right? I'm getting a doctory feel off this. I really am. But again, look, the heart is like, I'm getting a super doctory feel off that one. The heart is the captain of the ship, right? The heart is always the captain of the ship. My heart wants this to be good, right? So that's why my brain is telling my brain, oh yeah, this is good. We're gonna find out. We'll find it's not. They're gonna keep it quiet. Same thing here in the mail. Just with more annoying pictures slotted in. Ncuti Gatwa made his first appearance as Doctor blah 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 alongside Christmas sidekick Millie Gibson. Expected there over Christmas. What Christmas? 15th Doctor after Jodie Whittaker. There you go, shooting Millie there again. And yeah, listen, okay, they're just repeating the same stuff. That's one of my favorite pictures, though. Right, this one gives me doctory feels. It really does. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This is my favorite. Right? It must have been released. It's got the photo credit. Not good for them. Okay, I didn't realize these were released, and that I think that's Russell D. Davis being awesome, right? Because he knows this is just what we want to see. Ncuti run up and down a corridor. Oh, this is a new picture. Millie bending over. Okay, Millie, that's good. Keep that up. You do look cold though, darling. Okay. Again, to me, this looks very Doctor. It looks creepy. It looks sci-fi. He looks like the Doctor to me. Feels like the Doctor. I'm excited, right? I'm excited. Now, in the next story, I go to a news source, which I should use all the time, and I never freaking use. Why do I never freaking use this news source? Mainly because it's crap. Doctor Who News used to be awesome, didn't it? I think the Jodie era, really divided us, right? Really, absolutely divided us, because if you didn't like the Jodie era, in a lot of people's heads, that meant that you loved Donald Trump because you love racism, or you love Brexit because you love racism, which is all bonkers, right? But that's really where the vehement division in fandom is today, right? And now they say that if you don't think men can have babies, you're also a fascist or a big. Okay, whatever. Okay, but this is quite good news, right? Sci-Fi Collector to relaunch Doctor Who figurines, right? So the Doctor Who. I got some over here. Do I have one over here? Yeah, we go. I got the Matt Smith one. Nice little group of figurines. So I'm missing the Colin Baker and the Patrick Troughton one. I got all the other Doctors. So I might well pick them up from Hero Collector, but Sci-Fi Collector, I should say. A range of sci-fi figurines originally produced by Eaglemoss in the UK are about to see a new lease of life courtesy of Sci-Fi Collector. I guess they're a shop. The science fiction merchandise specialist has obtained a range of figures that were never released by the former company. Oh, they got the stock then. Carvanista, again, a lot, me included, a lot of people hate the Jodie Whittaker era. I like Carvanista, okay? I like dogs. I like dogs. I do. I really do. Science fiction merchandise never released. with a formal launch coming this Saturday. Oh, you know, I thought all the big news is going to come out of LA. But the rumor is Jodie Whittaker is a Big Finish are about to be announced. Wonder how they're going to go. Like, again, I hated it, right? I hated it. I would love to have the honest data. Are they popular? Are they not? I don't mind. Here's the thing. I don't mind being wrong, right? I don't mind. Like, if people like it, people like it. Why did I stick with Doctor Who during the Jodie Whittaker years? Because I hated it, with every fibre of my being. It's because everybody hated it. It didn't go down well. It wasn't well received at all. Right, it wasn't very good. Bottom line, it wasn't very, very good, and because it had kind of universal general hatred about it, I'm like, well, if the British public or the viewing public decided this is the Doctor Who they like, it's just not for me. I'll move on. I'm happy with the other, 50 odd years, right? I'm happy. I'll stick with that, right? But nobody liked it, right? Nobody liked it. So I think we're back to Doctor Who. The launch takes place at the Television Movie Store in Maltings Shopping Centre in St Albans on 18th of February. That'll be tomorrow for you guys, 2 days from me. And will feature the Doctor's ally / nemesis produced in 2021 series opener Carvanista, released 216. I wouldn't be buying that. As well as other releases such as The Cleaner Room, Paradise Towers. See, if I'm going to say, what do I want removed from Doctor Who permanently? Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo would just wave a wand and those, the awful bits go away. Would you rather get rid of Carvanista or the Paradise Towers robot cleaners? They are the worst thing freaking ever. Imagine Paradise Towers shot on location in an actual disused city block, right? So you get that real urban decay going on. Have somebody with tons of muscles play pecs, and you actually have and decent props to be the cleaners. You actually have a quite a good story at that point. And the 9th 10 Doctors console, which has been previously available on eBay. Okay, I don't really like those little consoles. Character Options should put out a console. I mean, they sell them. You can get a 3D printed one. It's about £150. But they're freaking gorgeous, man. They are freaking gorgeous. As well as in-store in St Albans, there are other stores in Norwich, Bristol, Norwich, Cardiff, Bristol, and Cumbrian, Taunton, and Hatfield. And the new figurines will be available for purchase on sci-ficollector.com. So, here's a little thing. When you click on sci-ficollector.com, you normally get a warning. I don't know, where is it? No, let me in this time, right? Because it's not secure. Dude, you need the S on the HTTPS, right? It's not a secure site. So they're saying new release from a couple of days ago. We're delighted to announce news. First thing is the unreleased Eaglemoss figures will be launched. They're basically saying the same thing. The website will be a repository approaching 1,000 lines of Doctor Who merchandise, old and new. So they basically saying they got a new website coming. Okay, fine. That's why this is a piece of crap. Fine. So next little news story. This is a bit of an inconsequential one, but I like it. Happy birthday, Christopher Eccleston. How old are you? 59th birthday. So this was on Thursday. Okay, for me it's today. Okay, for you it's 2 days ago. Eccleston was the 9th Time Lord and notoriously a short one, remaining in the role for just one series in 2005. Have a fantastic birthday, Chris. Wait, how does Chris Eccleston have a happy birthday? I think, sits around and is dour, looks at the inequality of man. Have you ever heard Christopher Eccleston being interviewed? Like, Christopher, you can go anywhere. Imagine you had a TARDIS, go anywhere in time, anywhere in space. And you can imagine Matt Smith saying, anywhere you want. It's just one rule. It's got to be awesome, right? Christopher like, I'm going to Salford. When? Next Wednesday. Why? Oh, there's a new copy of Whip It Monthly coming out. Or so. He gave the most boring answers to these things. It was freaking crazy. Fine. Okay, happy birthday, Chris. Cheer up, mate. Cheer up. This is what we have to talk about. Alan Cumming on playing King James in Doctor Who. Dude, that performance was shocking. It was shocking. It was weird. It seemed to be very gay and very, very hateful towards gay people. In a story that made no freaking sense. It was one of the best stories of that year. But let's talk. Iron chats with Alan Cumming about his time in Doctor Who. God, where is it? Where's the story? Most popular. No, I want that story. Oh, for God's sake! Really? Is it just a video? No. What? Where'd it go? I saw a whole story here. I actually read text. It was like saying it was so cleverly written. I'm like, no, it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know where it went. Yeah, let's do a search. Alan Cumming. Doctor Who. Where'd that story go? Right? Oh, let's try that again. Alan Cumming, Doctor Who. And then we'll do news. He's one of these celebrities that declined playing Doctor Who, I guess. The misgivings about the monarchy. Oh, just shut up. Okay, tools. Let's find. Where'd it go? If I can find the most recent one, there you go. Short by date. It's back at okay. No, where is it? It is so weird. It was there. It was really there. Is it just a video? It's had a whole story to it. Okay, fine. I guess not. Yeah, it was a weird story. So here's quite a nice little story. If you're super wealthy, right? Rare wartime dandies, Charlie's War, Dan Dare, and Doctor Who art comic auction, comic art coming to offer in later Compal Comics auction. I don't know who Compal Comics auction is. The Compal Comics February auction is open, and there's some absolute gems. A very rare set. Is it the art or is it just the copies? No, art. The rare set of Dandy comics published in 1944. Dan Dare art by Frank Hampton and Frank Bellamy. Ooh, I love it. Doctor Who by Dave Gibbons and John Ridgway. There's also Charlie's War from 2000 AD by Ron Smith and Rogue Trooper. Okay, so here are the dandies. You love a bit of Dandy and Topper. No idea what that is. The first 50 cowboy comics. No, I'll give that. Okay, I'm going to stop off and look at this on the way to Doctor Who. Look at this. The UK artwork section continues with two action-packed Dan Dareballs. One credited to Frank Hampton, the other one Frank Bellamy. Look at this. It's freaking gorgeous. It just is. So that must be Frank Hampton. And, this is very Frank Bellamy. Yeah. Oh, man, look at that. That's cool. I wonder how much these things go for. Right? Signed Dan Dare artwork by Frank Bellamy from the penultimate issue of the story Terra Nova for Eagle Volume 10, number 39. Missing panel text and pasted to backboard. Annotations. Yeah, it looks freaking gorgeous. Oh, man, I would love that page of art. What's this one? From the Daily Mirror? What? There's also the iconic Daily Mirror piece from 1976 introducing Garth comic strip. Okay. Well, can we get to the Doctor Who? Okay, the battle stuff's nice. Where is the Doctor Bloody Who? Charlie's War, also nice. Black Hawk, I remember when that came out. That was in 2000 AD, right? It was Belalam Deleli was the artist. But I do remember that started. Okay, we finally got to some Doctor Who artwork here. So here's an interesting one. This is the leaving scene for Sharon, right? Sharon was the Fourth Doctor's comic book companion. So here's the interesting thing, right? She joined in Star Beast, and she was a young girl at the time, and then she got false age because they decided they didn't want to have a young girl companion in the next episode. And now she was in a bunch of stories, and she left when she met other black people. Okay, I forgot to mention she was the first black companion. That's how irrelevant this stuff is, right? It's so irrelevant. But when she met other black people, she's like, yeah, I'm going to stay there now. There's nothing for me to go back to in Blackcastle for, not since I grew up. And Vender's going to make a new life for himself, and there's more, and there's no more dreaming, so we'll start together. Basically, yeah, this is her leaving story. So the interesting thing is, that story is being adapted now for November, for the 60th anniversary, right? I think Yasmin Finney is taking Sharon's role, right? I think that's exactly what's going on, right? I guess Sharon aged up. Maybe Yasmin, could clearly continue being a woman with a penis. Task Force and Terror, original artwork from the Dalek Annual 1976. Blimey. That must be lovely to have as well. What else they got here? Dalek Reconnaissance Debriefing artwork by Edgar Hodge from the Dalek Annual 1976. So here's the one I would love. I remember this as well. John Ridgway, right? John Ridgway. This was from the Doctor Who yearbook, yeah. So John Ridgway was the Doctor Who comic book artist for years and like. So honestly, my favorite Doctor Who story. So he did all the Colin Baker run, and then he was with Sylvester McCoy for quite some time. But this is when he came back a little time later. This is the first Doctor stories from the yearbook. A page from the Doctor Who story, Religious Experience, written by Tim Quinn. Tim Quinn! Okay, Tim Quinn and Dickie Howard used to do these little cartoons at the bottom of Doctor Who magazine letter page. Man, I used to love Tim Quinn and Dickie Howard. Written by Tim Quinn, drawn and signed by John Ridgway. This featured Doctor Who yearbook 94. I think they released a book of their cartoons, their Doctor Who cartoons. The first Doctor and Ian enjoy an evening stroll on the beach on the planet Cetar in the Malachi system, whilst Barbara and Vicky sleep in the TARDIS together. I don't know. Fine then. There's any more Doctor Who stuff? No, a bit of Rogue Trooper, right? I think that's about it. Eyes and Mind of Wolfie Smith. This was from Eagle, wasn't it? It was from 2000 AD. It felt like it should be an eagle. Man, that was crap. The mind of Wolfie Smith. Fine. The final story, which is really a non-story. Game of Thrones and Doctor Who star in first look at new BBC crime thriller. Of course, they're in a crime thriller. That's the only thing BBC bloody makes. That and weird gay romances, or trans gay romances, they call it EastEnders. Wolf will air in BBC later this year. Look, I do like both these people. I like Sacha Dhawan. I thought his master was okay in Power of the Doctor, quite frankly. And Iron Rehorn. Fiddleston of the Wolf describes Caffrey as a young man who tries to find himself over the course of events, obsessed with a neighbour he believed murders his 10-year-old brother in the 90s. Jack tries to right wrongs of others around him, but at what cost? Who's playing Jack? Airing on BBC later, Wolf is based on author Mohan's Jack Caffrey series and will star Euclid Roach, Blind Spot and Humans as D.I. Jack Caffrey. So who's Sacha Dhawan? Who are the only people I'm freaking interested in playing? Oh, God's sake. Really? Oh. Dhawan and Rowan play Honey and Molina, a pair of mismatched professionals who are forced to in a job together. So, I don't care. Look, if it comes out, you want to watch it. That would be my suggestion. And again, yep, and that was the week that was, ladies and gentlemen. That was the week that was. That is the news that's going down. Check out my channel for the, Paul McGann reading The Dying Day. It's going to be freaking awesome. Check that out. Like, share, subscribe, and have yourselves a freaking awesome... I was going to say awful. No, not awful. Have yourself a freaking awesome weekend.